Hello, my name is Bryan and I graduated from Sunset High School in 2012. This summer, Mr. Galbraith contacted me asking to answer a couple questions about my college experience, and I just hope that I can give you guys some useful advice as you enter into your senior year in high school, finish that up, and maybe consider going to college or whatever else you do after high school. Um, After Sunset, I definitely knew I wanted to go to college. I was very interested in computer science, and specifically, I was interested in the possibilities of getting into the game industry. So I went to North Carolina State University in Raleigh, North Carolina. Um, there was a couple other colleges that I applied to. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get into a couple of the ones that I really wanted. So I went to North Carolina in hopes that it would be a good experience based off of a little bit of research I did. I knew that there was sort of a game industry there, and I knew that North Carolina State University was known for its engineering, which is where computer science was located, the computer science department. My first year of college was interesting, just getting adjusted to North Carolina. It was different. It was difficult to adjust to the culture, adjust to not knowing anybody, which could happen to a couple of you. But more importantly, I guess to note was it was just different in getting adjusted to college. College is a lot different than high school in that I think you're given a lot more free time, given a lot more responsibility on your own education to learn to do well. They don't baby you as much, although there will be professors and teachers that will, hold your hand as you're taking your class. They will take you through everything, and they will be a little bit more babying, as you might call it. But for the most part, professors are there just to teach you. You're there to learn, and if you don't learn or you choose not to learn, they're not going to come after you and make you learn. Um, the actually most important part of my sunset education had to be the computer science courses I took. I mean, there are a lot of things that you have to take throughout high school. There are a lot of things you have to do, and requirements that you got to meet. I mean, all of the classes are important to a degree, but really what helped me the most were the computer science classes I took, because in my major, I was able to skip a class and then feel basically like I had taken the next two classes after that already in high school, which was just really easy. A lot of stress taken off when you go into a class and you're like, yep, I've seen that. Yep, I've learned that. Um, in that, there was really only one IB class that was useful to me. While I applaud those who take the IB diploma, do all the courses to take all those IB classes, take all the tests at the end, and I think those are great things you can do that will, in a sense, prepare you for college. I don't think that IB and the diploma was necessary or even like super useful for me. Maybe if I wanted to graduate in like less than 4 years, it would be great. But I think in high school, IB is a lot of busy work and not a lot of teaching you what college is actually going to be like. I complained a lot about IB computer science when I took it with Mr. Galbraith, but uh, I think that was one of the most important classes that I took. Really prepared me and showed me what it was like to make a big project, which was a lot what I had to do in in college, and made me feel pretty strong. And like we learned a couple databases in that class. I just made me feel really strong in my logic and my computer science. I think Java was a little scary because I didn't know essentially what I was doing. And when I took the Java course in high school through Mr. Galbraith, but when I got to IB Computer Science, I started feeling more confident in myself. It was also really good that I did Oregon Game Project Challenge. I think by doing OGPC, I actually landed my first internship, and is why I currently have the job I have now, which I'll get to later. But yeah, I think getting involved in the thing that you like now while you're in high school shows people that you have passion, so that when you're trying to get a job or an internship later, you will already have a thing on your resume to show who you are, something, a portion on your resume to show this is who I am, even though I don't have much, I don't have much job experience. Um, in that, I think the most valuable thing that you can learn from Sunset, and the most valuable thing that you can carry on, is just how to manage your time and how to really be just focused on what you want. If you're going in computer science, really honing in on that logic, really honing in on, like, where do I want to take this and I want to use it, because a lot of people are going to be like, yes, you like computer science, but where do you want, what interests you, where do you want to go, because I could get any computer science job, um, by just walking in and being like, oh, I can do these logic stuff. But really what they want, when you want to get like the jobs that are more coveted or more precious, is, do you have a passion for this field? If we're in web development, do you love to develop websites? If you're in mobile development, do you love to work on mobile devices, make applications? And so I think if you start early on, showing a passion for something in high school, it's going to be a lot easier for you in college and in post college. I graduated from college this past summer in 2016, and right now I'm working at Amanji Studios, which makes Temple Run 2. We make Temple Run 2, which is an infant runner, for about 5 million users. There may be a little bit more than that. I don't know the statistics all that well. And it's a fun job. It's fun to work in the game industry. I would say it's like no other industry, even though I haven't worked in any other industry. But I do know from other people telling me, and from seeing other classmates and their experience in computer science, that it's a lot more relaxed, enjoyable environment to a degree, and it's just it's a lot more fun environment just because of the nature of what you're working on. And it's also a lot more difficult to get into the game industry. I went to OJPC and we heard talk after talk after talk of people saying, game industry is great, but it's really hard to get into. But you're gonna have a difficult time climbing the ranks, and I agree wholeheartedly. I think if you have a desire to go into the game industry, you have to start now while you're in high school. You have to continue on your college, making games on your own, participating in Oregon Game Project Challenge or any global game jam or any game jam at all, just anything that you can do to show I have a passion for this. And I think that just corresponds to becoming focused when you're in college. Those skills and abilities are valued. Someone who is focused and knows what they want to do, someone who is good at time management, who's responsible for their own education, is going to be someone who's responsible for their work when they get into the work industry. That's what people are really looking for, and that's what will really help you as you're in college. I would say overall, though, college is stressful, high school is stressful, so relax. Do not let it get to you. Take some time for yourself. In time management, there should be time for, a time where you can relax, time where you can take a day for yourself. College is important, school is important, high school is important, but it's not so important that you need to, destroy the rest of your life. And I think that's my main beef with IB, because it basically says you have to do all of these courses, and you will have no other time to do anything else. I enjoyed doing a lot of stuff at Sunset, though, and I enjoyed being busy in college. I don't think you should be lackadaisical. I think you should find something to do in college that's extracurricular. I think if you're not doing anything extracurricular as far as being part of a group, at Sunset or in college, that you should be doing other stuff on your own. If you're an artist, make art. If you are a game developer, make games, so on and so forth. If you're interested in social sciences, get involved in social sciences, be part of, maybe an election, and working for somebody who's getting elected at the state or federal level, that kind of stuff. Be a part of, helping animals if you're interested in vets, or be a part of any sort of volunteer experience if you're interested in, working in social services or something like that. Just like anything that you can do to put yourself ahead of the competition, because a lot of people get good grades, but not a lot of people show passion in what they're doing. Not a lot of people show that kind of character, because I think what was most important for my work was, is this going to be a person that we want to work with? Are they actually excited about working on games, or are they just going to come in here and treat it as a 9 to 5? And I think, Amanji takes that very seriously. And I think a lot of other industries are beginning to take that very seriously too. Do we just want a person who can come in here, do their job, leave? Or do we want someone that can actually, interact, someone that is passionate about where they are and where they want to work? I know that may be a little bit much for you now as you're just graduating high school and thinking about what college you want to go to, but I wish the best of luck to you all. I know it was an exciting time for me in my senior year. I was just glad for it all to be over, and then you'll have to start college, and you're gonna You don't want college to be over pretty soon, but enjoy the time that you have. Take the time you have now to spend time with friends, because you never know where you'll be after college, or what those relationships will be like. And then just enjoy college. Enjoy your time there, learning and growing, and hopefully, falling in love with a career that you want to do for the rest of your life. Anyway, that's all I have. Thank you. Bye.